Yeah. I love how our team plays. I love how we prepare. We just got to play better on Sundays. We got to coach better on Sundays. We just got to, we're almost there. We're, we're right there on winning our first game, but we just got to, coach better and play better. And, and that's the key. Did I say that we need to coach better and play better? Thank you. No more questions.
McNair gives it to George, running right up the middle. Touchdown! Titans! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle!
The safety, now you're one-on-one with it.
Shows why he's the man! In trouble. Sack!
What's up, Titan Nation? How's everyone doing? The Tennessee Titans lose to the Indianapolis Colts 41-20 in a game where we've been outmatched, outplayed, outcoached. Doesn't look like it's very bright for the Tennessee Titans as of right now. There's a couple of positives in the game. Most of it's negative. Obviously, talking about coaching, talking about missed tackles, talking about clock management, talking about offensive line. There's a lot that goes into what we saw for the game Sunday, which was really, really rough. Like I said, it was a division game, our first division game for the Tennessee Titans, and you can tell that we are just not that team. We're not even close, not even, a fragment of what we need to be as a team. This team is, really, really rough. And I don't want to be all negative and stuff, but, facts are facts, okay, guys? When we look at the product on the field, what you're looking at for the Tennessee Titans for the 2025 season, it doesn't look good. It looks like this team could possibly go 0-17 and break a record for the first team ever in the NFL to do that. Brian Callahan's decision-making on just atrocious. Just atrocious on knowing the gameplay, knowing the rules in the NFL from game one to, having two blunders right before halftime, especially with taking points, decision-making has been terrible. And what we saw right before halftime where the Colts call a timeout, we call a timeout, and we get a delay of game and then end up not knowing what to do. Are we going to kick the field goal? Are we going to go for it on 4th and 1 on our – they ended up going with a 62-yard field goal from Sly. And I know Sly has a hell of a leg, but at the same time, he just missed a 64-yarder. Put him out there. End up getting, like I said, delay a game and then kicking a 62-yard field goal, which he completely missed. I think it was partially blocked, but still. And then giving the Colts great field position with, about 45 seconds left of the half for them to move the ball, move the position, and get into a good field goal position and getting 3 points where they should have never gotten any points. Brian Callahan said in his conference that he was just looking to get points. In that instant, I get it, but I mean, he just missed a 64-yard field goal. Now you're trying to 62, and 3 points compared to the momentum swing and losing points isn't, I don't think it was the correct decision. And he said that even in his press conference, he said, yeah, you know what? People would have talked about him if he would have went for it on 4th and 1 and then to go for the field goal. And to be honest with you, I don't know. The outcome is still the same, right? The outcome would have been the same regardless. At least 4th and 1, you tried, you made an attempt. This one, you put them in still in the same position and you missed the attempt anyway. So I'd say at that point, where does that really come down to? The decision making, it's been kind of all over the place. The play calling has been atrocious, running 5 run plays. And then, there's situations where you got to be aware of what's happening. It's 4th and 1. We're 0-2 already. Just go for it. Why not go for it? I know the offensive line has been terrible as well. Cam Ward played like a rookie, had an early, very first drive, threw a pick, and it was all Cam Ward. Okay, that cannot be blamed on Brian Callahan. He actually had time in his pocket. He looked to the right. He went to throw it to Tony Pollard. He didn't see the player at all. Really easy pick six. But I liked how he did bounce back, and I wanted to see that. I go, okay, that sucked. That was on Cam. He's going to make rookie mistakes. Okay, let's see his mentality. Let's see if he can go back into getting adjusted and continue the drive and continue. Because, again, that was just the first series of the game, so a lot of football left. That connection with Alamainer and him have been really nice. Again, they connected with another touchdown. Tony Pollard, first touchdown, rushing touchdown for the Tennessee Titans, which is a positive of this year. DK, again, the special teams has looked really good. I know there's a lot of negative right now for the team and stuff, but we could, shine and say the special teams has proven and moved drastically positive. I mean, DK has been, and that was the problem. DK was giving them great field position, and yet we weren't able to capitalize on any of them, man. The returns were really nice, getting almost out of our 20-yard line, getting me maybe 30, 35 yards of those punt returns or kickoff returns, and then, failing to move. Again, penalties is still a work in progress for this team, and hopefully they can clean it up. But as of right now, who do we blame? Obviously, we want to put blame on Brian Callahan. I was skeptical. I was like, hey, let's give him some time. I understand. New coach, that was last year. This year going in, I was like, you know what? Let's clean slate. Let's try it. It's a brand new squad. There's a lot of young players on this Tennessee Titans team, which I understand. I go, hey, there's a lot of young players. Let's give him some time to develop these players and get them where they go. But at the same time, there has been no development whatsoever. The lackluster and what we've seen, the product on the field has been the same, hasn't changed as much. It's actually gotten worse at times. And that's something you can't count on, especially from this team. Is Brian Callahan the guy? I don't think so. I really think that Callahan is not the guy to develop these players, especially right now. He's pretty much hurting Cam, guys. He's hurting him bad, and it's scary, that this is the head coach. Do the players believe in Callahan as much as Callahan believes in these players? Because on this press conference, he was talking all about how he believes in the players still, and he believes in the coaching staff that they could get them and get to winning ways and stuff like that. But do the players believe in Callahan? And that's the thing. Has he lost the locker room yet? Okay, this is Pittman talking about, this is the wide receiver from the Colts talking about how, hey, right pre-warm-ups, right, that he was looking at the team and they came out flat. They looked flat. They looked like they didn't want to be there. And that's an opposing player about to play a game against these guys. So can you imagine just going into and be like, oh, these guys look like they don't even want to be there? Has the Tennessee Titans given up already? It's only the third game of the season. Is Brian Callahan going to be fired? I don't know. And the seat is it's getting hotter. There's no question about that. The seat is getting hot for Callahan. Now we're playing against Houston. We know that Amy Adams-Strunk does not like to lose against Houston, so there might be a a decision or two to make. I still am on the edge of like, hey, we're probably gonna go with Patriots. If we lose against the Patriots against Mike Rabel at home, then there's a possibility. It also depends on how we lose these games, okay? If I would understand if, hey, these guys are developing, Cam Ward's making strides, getting positive, some players, the team itself is improving day by day, week by week, and we're losing by like 3 points or a touchdown, then hey, yeah, maybe you give Callie a shot. You work with the project. But at the same time, if we keep losing games like this, where it's not only coaching, it's the players. I mean, that's hard to come back. It's hard to defend that. Like I said, I wasn't sold on Callahan, but I'm gonna give him. I gave him a chance. I was like, but then at the same time, you can't really defend the delay of game. You can't defend the decisions that he's been making for this team. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did fire him. But I would say give him a couple more games. And I know no one wants to hear that, but hey, I mean, I might be wrong. And they might fire him the minute I get off this video. Who knows? But we know that this team is going in a bad direction right now. I know it sucks. Especially to get to watch the game and see the Titans just struggle and just make boneheaded decision after boneheaded decision. Like I said, there was a couple positives, not too much. Tackling was atrocious. The Jonathan Taylor, I think it was like a 46-yard to the house. There was like 4 or 5 missed tackles, including Armani Hooker. We just paid. You can't have that. You got to learn how to tackle. Something simple. They looked like and then Jonathan Taylor was inner. Derrick Henry, stiff arming. Wow, it was a little hard to say. Stiff arming Sneed. Oh man, it was just ugly. It was just ugly for the Titans. So we'll see what happens. Let me know, guys, down below. Remember, Titan Tuesday live stream every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Come talk with me. Let me know your thoughts about this game, and hopefully we can move on, and hopefully we can look forward, because this is going to be a long season, y'all. All right? Love you guys. Titans are 0-3, y'all. 0-3. Let's go.